my uncle is actually the first black light heavyweight champion in America. Period. John Henry Lewis, first ever lineal champion, light heavyweight champion, not just a belt holder, like a lineal light heavyweight champion, first black lineal light heavyweight champion. Wow. And then through John Henry Lewis, and he, found out in my new family my family I didn't know about. Tom Molyneux is another ancestor who was a bare knuckle champion as well.
Tom Molyneux, because you won't, I'll tell him who he was.
Tell him about him. Tell him about him.
Amazing.
Tom Molyneux.
I might start crying.
Yeah, he got his freedom. Yeah. Tell him, Mike.
No, amazing.
Tom Molyneux, probably in the 1890s it was, against the 1800s.
Earlier than
1800s, 1790s or something, right?
Yeah.
He was the best slave fighter in America. Nobody in America on the slave plantation could beat him.
Yeah.
And he won his freedom, but you don't understand it. People won their freedom. He won his freedom. His owner gave him $500 in 1700s, late 1700s. Can you imagine $500?
Yeah, and that's why. Wow. That's why when you look at the history, that's why my mother's side of the family, there's no slavery. There's no history of slavery because Thomas Molyneux got us free. You know what I'm saying? So, and he went to England.
And after that. Let me continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
And after that, he beat all the slaves. He can't fight slaves no more. He's not a slave no more. Yeah. So he beat all the American free fighters. He beat them all. He's the first slave that could beat everybody in the country. You don't know how deep I'm going to go deep. Yeah. The slave, he's the slave.
Yeah.
He sleeps on the floor. He could beat every man in a fair fight in America.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, and going through my Uncle John Henry.
So they called for him to come to all over. He beat everybody in Australia. He beat everybody. So they come for him to beat the greatest fighter they've known since the beginning of England. His name is Tom Cribb, right?
Yep.
The greatest fighter. This is what he don't know. I'm going to blow everybody. Napoleon bet a bunch of money on his uncle, his great uncle. Napoleon was a slave master who hates blacks, don't believe in Black Republic. He bet around a couple of $1,000 on your great uncle.
That's crazy.
Mike Tyson definitely knows his boxing. Most fighters wouldn't even know who Napoleon is.
To beat Cribb. So he done
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yes. So he's in there. He's having a Cribb with no problem. So he's beating Cribb. The English people are getting worried. They crack him over here with an iron pipe.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they let Cribb beat him, and they don't stop the fight.
Yeah,
they're doing it wide open. It's open. It's not nothing like shh. It's wide open. He's a black man. He's a black man. He has no rights. He's going to beat the greatest fighter of our era.
Thomas Cribb.
No way.
Yeah.
We're going to stop him.
And they got sketches of this too. This actual event. There's actually short
and
stories.
It's not me. It's them. They're the ones that wrote it. So it's not me being favoritism towards the black guy.
Yeah.
So they wrote it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going by from what they said.
You can Google it. You can Google it.
I'm gonna pull it up.
And from that, right, he was so depressed he turned into an alcoholic and stuff.
Yeah, he died. He died in Ireland. He died in Ireland
after having a bunch of kids and stuff.
Very young. Yeah. And knowing that through my Uncle John Henry. Yeah, that's him right there. That's Thomas Molyneux.
He's gave so much inspiration for fighters from that time on and generals and stuff like that.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
So many people asked me to play him before. I've been asked so many times. That's what I want to play.
Mike, you could totally play him,
some people in England asked me to play this guy. And I'm saying, and that's before I knew he was your cousin. And then Dennis told me about it before.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I said, that's LL Cool J relative. He says, that'd be an awesome story, Tom Molyneux.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be an incredible story. This is Tom Molyneux right here.
Yeah, Tom Molyneux.
It's so amazing.
And then you go from him, you go to my Uncle John Henry, my grandfather, John Henry,
John Henry Lewis.
He
light
actually,
heavyweight champion.
John Henry Lewis, he never lost a light heavyweight title fight. He only lost to Joe Louis. And Joe Louis knocked him out. And he was going blind.
He did it for money.
He did it for money. Exactly.
Joe Louis was his friend.
Exactly.
But did you know
Mike
that?
knows all the history.
But he didn't know. You didn't know this guy was a lady killer in the 30s, did you?
Well, I would assume so.
Did you know that? Nobody in your told that?
No, they didn't tell me about that. He looks just like my mother in the picture on the lower right hand corner. He looks just like my mother. Yeah, that right there looks so much like my mother. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's my uncle. That's my uncle, man.
Look, he got your eyes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's so
But
interesting.
Al, look, you still got the health mentality. Let's go
Yeah.
through the family bloodline. You're conscious of your health, conscious
Amen.
of looking. He was a fine dressing mother. Know that either?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, get him dressed up. Try to find him in dress clothes. He was beautiful. All the women loved him back then.
Yeah, John
Dorothy
Henry.
Dandridge, all of that, they all noticed him. He was loved. Oh, man, look at him right there with Joe. Look at his cashmere coat. Look at him right here.
Yeah.
Look at him
He was
right Al
fresh.
Gaynor. Look
That
at
boy
his
was
dress.
fresh.
Look how beautiful he is.
Yeah,
Waves
that boy
and
was
shit.
fresh. That boy was fresh. That's him. Look at the one with him winking. Go back
Where,
up. Go back up. Go with the one with him winking right there. Look at him winking.
Right here, yeah. No, go down some more too. I know this must make you proud.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
does,
this guy.
man. It does, man.
Look at him right there.
Yep, on his way overseas.
He's probably going. He's on a boat right now.
He's
huh?
on his way overseas. Yep.
He fought Jim Bradley. He fought all the great fighters. Maxie Rosenbaum, great fighters.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
fought them all, beat them all.
Yep. This is my uncle, man. And finding this out was the craziest thing in the world because, I had no idea, man. I just always loved the spirit of the boxing and the spirit. That's why I made Mama Said Knock You Out and all these records. I always just loved that vibe. And then to discover this was like, Mom, I love the screen. This shit is crazy. Like right here, right now.
Yeah,
Like,
brother.
Pull stuff up.
That's how we do
Look
shit
at
here,
him, man. Look at him, man.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. That's amazing history
Yeah, it is, man.
and lineage. You
You
know?
know, I want to shout it out to the whole Lewis family, my Aunt Joan
Absolutely.
and everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Did you get to, after you found out all this, did you get to connect with some
Oh
of these
yeah.
people?
Oh yeah. I connected with everybody.
That's awesome.
Roger, tell these mother subscribe to the Prophet channel.
Why I love you to death, and I will always love you, my father, regardless, because you didn't see what I had, you see what was deep in my heart.
I see what kind of good person you were.
With Prophet Muscle.
Subscribe for more, bro. I'm Prophet Muscle, the only man in the world who can do handstand push-ups with his fist on concrete.